Hi, welcome to the Arts of Chance. This is the workshop, the long workshop for the second graders. This workshop will have 3 short little chance-based activities that are fun for kids, and it'll happen after the slideshow that the teacher will do. But in the middle of the teacher's slideshow, the kids will be doing something. So as parent helpers, you will need to, the very first thing you do before the slideshow even starts, is you will need to pass out to the kids. You will have this in your box. You will need to pass out 2 pieces of colored paper to each kid and 1 big piece of white paper. And they should have access to scissors, either 1 per kid or a bucket at their table. So the kids are going to be watching the slideshow. La 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 la. In the middle, they will come to a discussion about Man Ray. And you, as parent helper, will read out some cutting instructions. Okay? So the slide says, you'll get to see Man Ray's picture in a minute. First, follow the instructions that the parent helper is going to read out. These instructions might seem unusual, but there are no right or wrong answers here, and no good or bad shapes. Remember, you are a Dadaist. Be playful and open to surprises. You are going to read out the instructions, and the kids are going to cut. The first instruction is, cut out a smile. What does a smile look like? Kids are going to look around, they're going to laugh. You're going to remind them there are no wrong answers. What does this? Just cut a smile. Go for it. The kids are going to cut a smile. Okay. The next one is, cut some wind. What? What does wind look like? It gets crazier and crazier. The instructions are wacky and they're random and they're meant to be confusing. So the kids are going to pick up on this and they're going to, do whatever crazy thing. Maybe they'll do wave, maybe they'll do wiggles. They have to cut out wiggles, they have to cut out giggles, they have to cut out how they felt after eating breakfast, they have to cut out a fish bicycle. They have many, they're about, let's see, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 instructions. Your job as parent helper is to tell the kids, just cut, don't think too much about it, be silly, we'll surprise you in the end with what you're going to do. Don't let them take too long on each thing. They're not allowed to draw out their shape and cut it perfectly. This is a quick, spontaneous activity. When they come to the end, they'll get to see Man Ray's picture. Man Ray used scraps. Basically, the kids have generated a big pile of scraps. They're going to put their scissors and their scraps down on the floor until the end of the slideshow. The first activity they'll do at the end of the slideshow is they'll pick their scraps back up and they'll make a picture with them. They'll use a glue stick and they'll glue it on. And they can use a drawing implement, they can use markers or crayons or their pencil in their desks. They're going to have kind of a model that they will have seen Man Ray's picture. And they're going to make a chance collage, a lucky accident collage. They might drop their scraps from above, they might move them around. It's up to them. When each kid is done with their lucky accident collage, they'll come up to the parent helper. They'll say, okay, if whoever's done, come on up. They get to move on to the next activity, which is a Dadaist poem. Each kid gets 10 words. They can't choose them. They have to reach in, pick them out. You'll have 2 bags full of words and hopefully 2 buckets, so you can have more than 1 kid picking out their words at a time. They will get their 10 words, and they will get a nice big piece of black paper. They can take their 10 words and their black paper back to their seat and make a poem. They'll fool around. The poem, it's Dada, so there are really no rules. The poem can be up and down. They might throw one on upside down. If you look at these online, they're all over the place. It could be like this. Sometimes kids will get frustrated because there won't be enough ises or ands or thes in order to make a real sentence. If they really feel strongly that they need a connecting word, each class will have 1 silver or gold highlighter marker, so they could write in a word or 2 if they need to make it make more sense. So it doesn't seem completely random, but some kids might love that randomness. This probably won't take them such a long time, but encourage them to have fun and to see what kind of word combinations they are new to them. Unlocking lobster. This is a new word. It's supposed to be silly. It's supposed to be funny. Some kids will take a long time with this. Others will probably zoom right through it. So when they're done, with their Dadaist poem. Encourage them to come on up and work on the second grade mix. The second grade mix is just a short recording of random sounds. The teacher might be the one to do this, depending on if you have a phone that can record a voice memo or not. As the kids come up, ask them, come up with an interesting sound. It might be dropping something. It might be a voice noise. It could be any funny, interesting sound. Then ask the kids, hey, let's put you, how do we want to organize these sounds? Do we want to put the loud sounds first and the quiet sounds second? Or do we want to organize you by alphabetical order to make the sounds coming out random? They're going to make the sounds in order and they're going to make a little mix. It's going to be like the John Williams mix in the slideshow, which they will have heard. So there's a precedent for what we're doing. They're going to understand it better, and so are you after you see the slideshow. But the best way to record this, if you have an iPhone, is to go to Utilities, Voice Memo. Get the kids organized by the rule that they have clicked. Are they going to go tall to short? Are they going to do shirt color order? Are they going to do alphabetical order? Whatever they're going to do. And say, ready, go. Make your noise, make your noise, make your noise, make your noise. So it might sound something like this. Press record. Woo! And then push stop. And they will have made a crazy piece of music. It's not going to be beautiful, but it's fun. Once you're done, you can play it back on the phone, or if you want to get really fancy, share it, email it to the classroom teacher, and they can play it back through the speakers of their computer in the classroom. So this voice activity, it's kind of a filler at the end for kids who might have zipped through the other two, but it's fun, and I think the more kids participate, the wilder it'll get. So it might be fun to do this group, work on your order, work on your sounds in your order. This group, you might want to break it into small groups, and then once each small group does it, see if you can get a symphony. Get them to all do it in order, all 23 kids, boom, 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 to make their sound and record it. Kind of up to you and the classroom teacher and how much time you have left. So that's it for the Chance workshop. Thanks.